Hey, it's me, and I'm just going to shortly say that Lord of the Fallen is a major disappointment. It's the most disappointing game I've played this year. Hell, it's probably the most disappointing game I've played in many years. It's just not finished, and it is overall a tedious mess. I don't want to shit on this game too hard because they have some really nice ideas. The Umbral world, the duality of the real world and the Umbral. And they have amazing designs. They have a fantastically cool armor sets and weapons and diversity in weapons. And you can do so much in this game that's so amazing. But there are so many things that just straight up makes it an unfun experience. The first and probably the biggest issue is performance, I would say. The game is not performing at a steady frame rate when I game on the PS5 for this one, because I'm currently having some troubles with my PC, so I bought it on PS5. And even if I'm going to performance, even if I'm turning off things that affects performance in a negative way, it still doesn't perform up to par. In fact, every time you travel to the hub, it lags a lot. And when you fight the first major boss of the game, Pieta, it drops insanely hard. It's not good at all. Then we have the tedious enemy placements and, in fact, tedious mobs. Every time you do something, every time you go somewhere, you're swarmed by enemies. You can't just fight one enemy. No, there's gotta be at least 5 of them. And often in clusters, so it's harder for you to fight them one-on-one or at least one-on-two. No, they all gotta rush you, and it's very frustrating at times. Especially if you're in the Umbral world, because then enemies can just spawn from pretty much everywhere. And even later on in the game, they have some enemies in the real world that is pretty much designed to frustrate you. They are barely visible if you walk past them or something, and sometimes they just have you in an open area with a lot of ranged attackers in different parts of the place, so it's you get bombarded with ranged attacks and you can't dodge them all, and then, oh, would you look at that, you're getting ambushed from behind as well. Great, now you're dead. Extremely frustrating. And this is just a personal one, but the combat, oh my god, sometimes when it works, it's really fun. But other times you float on ice. When you swing a greatsword, your character moves forward at the speed of light, like 3 meters, just from that swing. And the enemies suffer from this too. And this also affects dodging. Because if you're locked on an enemy and you dodge, if you're close enough to the enemy, you actually dodge around them. So sometimes it's almost like you're freaking skating around them when you dodge. And it's very, it's just weird. I also don't like that some terrain is so extremely annoying, because sometimes when you stand on terrain that's designed to be traversed, your character sometimes stutters or they cancel their attack because you kind of fell down, but you didn't fall down because it's uneven ground. And the lock-on is another huge issue, where sometimes it doesn't know where to focus. I can sometimes visibly see my enemy in my view, and I want to lock on that enemy. And they're not too far off, they're just right ahead of me. But when I lock on, oh, the camera just autofocuses, because it doesn't register that you have an enemy slightly to the side. And this happens a lot of times. Don't buy this game yet, just wait. Like, they should have delayed this game like at least 4, 5, 6 months. In my opinion, it's just a shame, because there are so many ideas that are great. And I really feel like if they had just polished this, if they had just waited like a few months and polished this even more, this could have been such an incredible game. And now that is kind of forever stained by the first impressions of the game. At least for me. I don't know, dude, I'm just disappointed, that's all. I'm probably gonna do a video on it in November or something, because I really want to discuss this in depth, and I have great examples to show you also. But as for now, man. But on the other hand, Lies of P was fantastic, above expectations, so I guess it balances it out. Go play Lies of P instead, okay? Okay, guys. I'm out.